The Free Soul, Part 4. The fox is considered very unholy by the Mohammedans and by the Hindus. Also, if a dog touches any bit of food, it has to be thrown out. It cannot be eaten by any man. In a certain Mohammedan house, a fox entered and took a little bit of food from the table, ate it up, and fled. The man was a poor man and had prepared a very nice feast for himself, and that feast was made unholy, and he could not eat it. So he went to the mullah, a priest, and said, "This has happened to me. A fox came and took a mouthful out of my meal. What can be done? I had prepared a feast and wanted so much to eat it, and now comes this fox and destroys the whole affair." The mullah thought for a minute and then found only one solution and said, "The only way for you is to get a dog and make him eat the bit out of the same plate, because dogs and foxes are eternally quarreling. The food that was left by the fox will go into your stomach, and that left by the dog will go there too, and both will be purified." We are very much in the same predicament. This is a hallucination that we are imperfect, and we take up another, and that we have to practice to become perfect. Then one will chase the other, and we can use one thorn to extract another and then throw both away. There are people whom it is sufficient knowledge to hear, "Thou art that." With a flash, this universe goes away and the real nature shines, but others have to struggle hard to get rid of this idea of bondage. The first question is, who are fit to become Janana yogis? Those who are equipped with these requisites. First, renunciation of all fruits of work and of all enjoyments in this life or another life. If you are the creator of this universe, whatever you desire you will have, because you will create it for yourself. It is only a question of time. Some get it immediately, with others the past samskaras, impressions, stand in the way of getting their desires. We give the first place to desires for enjoyment, either in this or another life. Deny that there is another life at all, because life is only another name for death. Deny that you are a living being. Who cares for life? Life is one of these hallucinations, and death is its counterpart. Joy is one part of these hallucinations, and misery the other part, and so on. What have you to do with life or death? These are all creations in the mind. This is called giving up desires of enjoyment either in this life or another. Then comes controlling the mind, calming it so that it will not break into waves and have all sorts of desires, holding the mind steady, not allowing it to get into waves from external or internal causes, controlling the mind perfectly just by the will of power. The Janana Yogis does not take any one of these physical steps or mental helps. Simply philosophic reasoning, knowledge, and his own will. These are the instrumentalities he believes in. Next comes titiksa, forbearance, bearing all miseries without murmuring, without complaining. When an injury comes, do not mind it. If a tiger comes, stand there. Who flies? There are men who practice titiksa and succeed in it. There are men who sleep on the banks of Ganga in the midsummer sun of India, and in winter float in the waters of the Ganga for a whole day. They do not care. Men sit in the snow of the Himalayas and do not care to wear any garment. What is heat? What is cold? Let things come and go. What is that to me? I am not the body. It is hard to believe this in these Western countries, but it is better to know what it is done. Just as your people are brave to jump at the mouth of a cannon or into the midst of a battlefield, so our people are brave to think and act out their philosophy. They give up their lives for it. I am existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute. I am he, I am he. Just as the Western ideal is to keep up luxury in practical life, so ours is to keep up the highest form of spirituality, to demonstrate that religion is not merely frothy words but can be carried out, every bit of it, in this life. This is titiksa, to bear everything, not to complain of anything. I myself have seen men who say, I am the soul. What is the universe to me? Neither pleasure nor pain, nor virtue nor vice, nor heat nor cold is anything to me. That is the tiksha, not running after the enjoyment of the body. What is religion? To pray, give me this and that. Foolish ideas of religion. Those who believe them have no true idea of God and soul. My master used to say, the vulture rise higher and higher until he becomes a speck, but his eye is always on the piece of rotten carrion on the earth. After all, what is the result of your ideas of religion? To cleanse the streets and have more bread and clothes? Who cares for bread and clothes? Millions come and go every minute. Who cares? Why care for the joys and vicissitudes of this little world? Go beyond that if you dare. Go beyond law. Let the whole universe vanish and stand alone. I am existence absolute, knowledge absolute, bliss absolute. I am He, I am He.